sisters, state masters have the hardest job in this organization. And I want to make it harder. I'm serious, too. I don't want to lose any more Granges. I know deep down we are going to lose a few community Granges, but I do not want to see Granges closed until we've had serious opportunity to save them. Is this going to make more work for you? Yes. Is it going to make more work for Rusty and myself? Yes. But brothers and sisters, we cannot be a growing and prospering organization if we continually and annually lose in numbers of Granges. I want to give California credit. Last year they had a gain in Granges. This year I haven't seen the numbers yet. Did they have a gain? They had another gain. Bob, would you like to stand and receive the appreciation of your fellow members? This is a big state Grange. They had an increase in number of Granges. It can be done. It is not easy. The bigger and the more teams you build, the easier it will be. But we have got to address our community Granges. And for those of you who have plans already laid, programs already started, I support you 100%. But I want to challenge you to think about where can you add something else? Can you try a new approach? Can you get one new member on your teams that you don't have now? Keep building. The whole bottom line of this is we've got to have pride in our organization. I believe in it. I have taken our Grange obligations and memorized each one of them. Primarily because at the beginning of my life, Pomona Master said, you're now captain of the first and second degree team and you have to do it. And then I learned the rest of it. Brothers and sisters, we have something special in this organization. And it's something we should be proud of. And it's something every member needs to be taught that they should be out there bragging about it. Linda, do you think being the National Grange Series is one of the highlights of your life? No.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Let me tell you, every one of you should feel the same about the position you hold in your local Granges. To every member across this country, they need to have pride. They belong to a great organization. One that has changed the face of America on numerous occasions. Few organizations can make that claim. This organization needs to make sure we have pride in what we've done and what we're going to do. Because that is what our community Granges need to build on. They will grow when they're talking about what they're going to do, what their plans are, how we're going to achieve great things. We are going to plan big, implement big, and sometimes we're not going to be 100% successful. And when they're done, they will accomplish far more than anyone believed possible. Now, pride is essential. One of the things that I've enjoyed doing is reading a little bit of history now and then. And where this job doesn't give me a lot of time, on occasion I'll crack open an old proceedings from 70, 90, 110 years ago, and read the words of the master, read the words of some of the state masters. And one of the things that I have found is that when you open the books in that time period, these state Grange masters were showing up at national session and putting in their reports. This year we're going to have 30 new Granges. This year we're going to have a 30% increase in membership. This year we're going to do this. And then they say, and by the way, we haven't quite accomplished last year's goals, but we're going to get there before December. They thought big. They acted like they could accomplish anything they wanted. And you know what? I don't think they were any different than the delegate body that sits here today. How does that make you feel? You are not any different from them. But I'll tell you, there is one thing they had. They had a work ethic. Those folks achieved success because they spent every available moment that they had working to build their local granges. They built teams. They went out to every grange they could visit, and they told people about all the great things happening. And when they found somebody who was negative, they just ran over them. And I'm not trying to be blunt and nasty or anything else, but I am being honest. I'm not saying this is easy. All of us in this room have at one time or another looked around and went, oh, if only. Or said, I don't think I can do it. But the bottom line is we can do it as long as we work together. The beginning of this week, we had 9 brand new masters sitting in a room, captive audience, and Rusty shared with them about 12 hours of information in about 6 hours. Is that correct, Jody?
Well, I don't think he got it all shit.
Oh, okay. He tried. Now, there's a team of 9 new masters. How many of you look at your fellows sitting next to you around these tables as partners who are equally responsible for your success or failure? Brothers and sisters, this is not about your state and you as an individual. This is about all of us coming together. Alaska is sitting in this room as a state grange because a few years ago, Washington, California, Idaho, and a few others helped start 2 new granges. We are going to be doing the same thing in Wyoming. It looks like we're going to be doing that in Florida. And if you want your grange to be part of that process, either on the receiving end or the giving end, we've got to do it together. Brothers and sisters, we have tremendous strength that we're not using. We have members all across this country. Some new, some been around for a while, who can contribute in great ways. We've got to build teams within every state. And when we can cross a state line and help our neighbors, our brothers and sisters, we must do it. Brothers and sisters, this is not an option. This is a necessity. Every one of you believes in the Grange as deeply as I do, I believe. We cannot wait any longer. This is our moment. Our organization has grown every time our country's been through troubled times. During the Depression, we were one of the few organizations that increased in membership. When things challenge America, Grangers rise up and prosperity ensues. Well, tough times are here again, right? I'm sorry, my wife is unemployed, almost. She's one of those underemployed. I got 2 boys at home that are unemployed. And you know what? That's a common theme as I cross this country. This is a time for us to grow as an organization. We have all the tools. All we have to do is build the teams. And I need every one of you as state leaders to be a vital part of this. This is not about individual states. This is about our organization. Brothers and sisters, growth is going to happen. It is going to happen because I tell you, I've been to 37, 38 states this year. And I'll tell you, I run into young people, like that youth mentor sitting back there.